Kia ora everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amy, the colorist here behind Amy Ward Art, and I am back to you today with What You're Working On Wednesday, a video where I show you what's been on my desk, what I happen to be working on this week, and I ask you the most important question, what you working on? So I would love to hear from you down below to hear about what's currently on your desk, what you're working on. But a little catch up of what we've been up to this week here in Amyland. I'm going to start by having a coffee because I am cold and coffee is hot. And let's start with Malpamini Chatsapanagatu. This one is what I've been keeping beside me in bed. And I've just been working on a page as I've been heading into Sleepland. I don't have it marked, and that's really silly of me. I should have it marked. Where is it? There it is. So it's actually the title page, but I'm just kind of making up my own thing. So I've used a mixture of coloured pencils and some very cheap water-based markers that I happen to have in the bedroom. And yeah, just every once in a while I'll pop in and do a little bit. And I do like how it's progressing. I do want to come in here with like paint pen. All these stars and that, I think they would look really good if they were made to be white, but I'll do that at the end. I may come in and add some more different colours to the leaves. And yeah, so that part's done, and now it's just carrying on with the rest of it. But this one, again, it's just my bedtime colouring, so it's not like actively being worked on. It's just there beside me in the bed for when I can't sleep. So that is Enchanted Earth by Malpamini Chatsapanagatu. That's one of my whips that I'm working on this week. Then I have Leon's Journey. I started this one on a live stream. Also not marked, which is a bit silly. I started this page here with the 4 little pictures, and you can see I've completed the first picture almost. I've just got to do the little ducklings in the fountain, and I might go over and add another layer to the background. Yeah, I do want to keep some of these colours from this side and tie it into this side, so I am trying to keep my colours a little cohesive between the 2 pictures. Yeah, I love Leon's Journey. I love how this book is going. The other thing I've got to do is I've got to come in and add Shadow's little white spot. I do that when I do all the white paint pen highlights for like the whiskers and stuff like that. So yeah, I've still got to add in his little white spot because that has been removed. But I do like how this one is going a lot. I don't know if I will carry on with this one on Friday at stream or if I'll work on something else, but yeah, let's bring you in a bit so you can see a bit of the detail. So yeah, that is my page in Leon's Journey by Kanoko Agusa. Now you can see more of my messy desk. Alright, the third whip I have to show you is from Rainbow Realms. This is by Weronka Kalinska. I'm going to bring you back in just a little bit. And this is the first page in this book that I have started working on. And it's this flamingos page with the rock pools. And oh my gosh, did that water take me a while. So I've used Derwent ink tints to do all the rainbow water. And yeah, just I realized there was 6 strands in each of these, so it's like, okay, I'll do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and create this sort of rainbow water effect, and I love the effect of the water. But then because there's no pink, I was like, we can use pink for the clouds and pink for the flamingos and possibly even pink for the rock pools themselves. So yeah, I'm feeling like the rest of this might be quite predominantly pink. We'll see when I get there. But I've used the Derwent ink tints for the water. Then I used alcohol markers to base the background and a bit of polychromos to shade. There's a Signo Gold gel pen for the little stars and Prismacolor for the leaf branches that I have coloured. I haven't coloured any of the flowers and the crystals yet. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do the crystals, but I'll figure that part out. And of course, I've still got to do the flamingos as well. I'll probably end up basing them in alcohol markers and just shading on top. But yeah, I really love how this is coming together. I do want to add in glitter somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure where to add in glitter yet, apart from the crystals, potentially. But we'll see. We'll see when I get back to it. I kind of burnt myself out a bit on that water, so it might be a little bit. So that is Mythographic Rainbow Rounds by Waronka Kalinska, sorry. And then the final one I have is another mythographic, and this is Cosmic Spirit by Fabiana Artanasio. This is also my first page in this book, and it's this page here, and as you can see, it's very close to being done, so it's also what we're going to work on today. I've used Gansai Tambi for the background, and then I've used Polychromos pencils to shade in the fish and the clouds and her, and a super golden marker to do all these blue squidgy bits. So these like a really beautiful iridescent shine to those, and the Signo Gold gel pen and white Posca pen to do all the stars in the sky. Yeah, I really love how this is coming together. I think once I clean up the edge as well, it will look that much better. They usually look better when I clean up the edge because, of course, the Gansai Tambi did go everywhere. But yeah, this is what we're going to work on today as we catch up about the week. So yeah, I hope you've all had a fabulous week so far, and are having a wonderful time. My week so far has been really fantastic. I am now officially 6 weeks post-op from my hernia operation, which means I am now cleared to go back to the gym and working out, which is lovely. So Mum and I went to the gym on Monday and we're trying to get back into routine. It's going to take us a hot minute to get ourselves sorted back to how we were, but we're getting there. And then today we went to a walking group, which is something that I was wanting to do. So it's based in our local park, Pukekura Park, and yeah, it was just a lovely little walking group. It was a bunch of strangers, but Mum came with me for this first one. She can't come to everyone because she has a regular engagement on a Wednesday, but sometimes that doesn't go ahead, so she's like, I'll join you on the ones that I'm not doing my regular engagement on, but I'll come to you for the first one. And yeah, it was really nice. It took about an hour to walk around the park, but it's a gorgeous park to walk around. There's a big lake, and it's part of it's paved. The parts that aren't paved are still walkable with a walking frame. It's just a bit bumpy. And yeah, because it's breeding season for a lot of the birds, there were like little baby swans, which are called cygnets. They were so cute. There was also a kiddidu that was just chilling on this tiny little branch, and it's this big fat kiddidu, which is just so funny. So that was really cool to look at. Yeah, it was just like really nice and peaceful, and I really enjoyed it. So it does mean that I am filming this video just a little later than I normally would, but it's okay. I think that's a fine price to pay, because I do think I'm gonna keep on trying to go to this each Wednesday, which means that the Wednesday video will just be filmed slightly later, but that's okay. It's full price to pay, and it's just nice to get out and about and enjoy a bit of sunshine and a bit of fresh air. And yeah, the people in the group seemed lovely as well, so really enjoyed it. It's just nice to be able to move and do things again. This is a long piece. Fabiana does like her little swishies. But yeah, the only problem with the park was I dressed in a couple of layers, but the wind was really biting and I should have worn my blanket hoodie. I did not, and that was silly of me. So when I got there, I was very, very cold. The walking helped, but yeah, definitely got a bit cold. So I know next time, bring a blanket hoodie, even if it doesn't look like it's windy, because it can get windy there. I usually don't go anywhere without a blanket hoodie, but I know this time I didn't. I paid the price. I hope there's enough ink left in this pen. I do have another set somewhere, so if worst comes to worst, I'll grab one from the backup set, but so yeah, apart from that, it's been much of a regular week. I've been doing a little bit of colouring, as you've seen, but not a huge amount. I've also still been playing Fields of Mystria pretty solidly. I absolutely adore that game. If you like Stardew, it's definitely very Stardew-esque. There's a cozy farming sim, but I'm really enjoying the way that the characters have a lot of life and personality. They have a lot of interactions, and you can often stumble across them talking to each other, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm up to summertime, so I've played through the first season, and yeah, we're getting there in terms of like fulfilling all the quests and doing all the things. I've gotten the mill repaired, and then the next one is it's another town food reserves, but I need animals for it, and I don't have any animals, so my next job is to try and get a coop and a cow shed and get some animals on the farm. Oh, my hands are a bit numb today, so this is a bit harder than I thought it would be. A bit numb from the park. But yeah, it's been a good week so far. What else have we done? Oh, we ended up racing out yesterday and going shopping. Mum was came out. I came out to the kitchen and was just chatting with Mum, and she had been looking at vacuum cleaners. And she's like, I think I want to buy a new vacuum cleaner because our vacuum cleaner has been giving us all sorts of grief and issues, and it's just not good. And with Mum's allergies, like, we really needed a better vacuum cleaner. And she's like, I found this one that's meant to do dust mites and stuff. Um, and so she's showing me, and it's a Dyson. And I was like, okay, well, I've heard really good things about Dyson vacuum cleaners. Everyone I know that has a Dyson loves it for Dyson. So, it is one that's designed to get like dander and allergens and all sorts. And then so I was looking up to see if it was one that we could buy, and it turns out it was. And not only could we buy it, it was actually on a really good sale, but that sale ended that day. And so it was like, wow. So lo and behold, we went out and got a new vacuum cleaner. So that's another thing that I'm planning on doing today after a bit of a rest and after filming this video, is going and getting a new vacuum cleaner and giving everything a good vacuum because it's been needed to be done. yeah, the cost of a vacuum cleaner, my gosh. Luckily, it was something that was in the budget, but a good quality vacuum is not cheap. Oops. So yeah, that was yesterday, and then I also had to do fuel, and we popped out to another store where I grabbed some hair ties. Just so exciting. Um, and then yeah, what was Monday? Monday was the gym and groceries. Yeah, it hasn't been a lot else this week. With this week coming up, we've got a bit. Tomorrow we've got another medical appointment. This time it's for Mum, so it's follow up with her specialist. Then Friday, of course, is stream day. I'm trying to keep Fridays as regular stream days. I haven't committed and put myself on the schedule saying, yes, I definitely stream Fridays, but I am trying to see if I can make Fridays a regular thing. And I have this away week, I think week 3 of consistently doing a Friday. Um, yeah, I also know I've got like appointments and stuff coming up. It always seems to be on a Friday that they like to schedule my appointments, which is frustrating, but you know, at least we get appointments. Alright, more coffee. I really like the Popperteal. I think the Popperteal with the reddish background and the light pale colours just really pops. Yeah, we're a few weeks away from my oral surgery, which is exciting. My rescheduled oral surgery. So the 10th of September is that one. Um, that got postponed by 6 weeks because of falling ill. So yeah, really trying to make sure I keep myself clear away from everyone who might make me sick. Because we do not want to have to reschedule again because we got sick again. So yeah, which means unfortunately I haven't seen the nibblings in a little bit too because they've been sick, which is sad. Yeah. Also been really itching to draw again lately, and it's been a while since I've been drawing, so part of me's like, oh, I've got my colouring book pages and I just haven't worked on them for a little bit. I am very much someone who is a mood colorist and mood drawer, which is a problem because it's hard to sit down and just make myself do things sometimes because it's like that's not the mood. But I do really want to get some more of the colouring book pages released and done, so even if it's not the big mermaid triple one that I took on, even if it's just one of the other pages. Maybe that'll be Friday stream. Maybe we'll do a drawing stream. It's been a little bit since we've done a drawing stream. Oh, hopefully this pen keeps holding out. Love these super golden markers. I just think they're so beautiful and reflective. I just don't want the pen to run out. This is one of the bigger pieces that are left anyway. Fabiana does love her little swishy bits. But I think it looks really cool. So yeah, there won't be any like the day after oral surgery. I will not be streaming, obviously, because the oral surgery takes place on a Thursday, so I won't have a regular stream on the Friday because nope, we'll be recovering. And then we'll see how we go after that. I will be streaming with face cam off because it is going to look like I've been basically punched in the face for a while, which is delightful. Luckily, masks exist when I do have to go out. But I shouldn't really need to go out all that much. I am somebody who does tend to stay home quite a bit. Can be a bit boring. But, you know, some of us like to be a bit more of a homebody, and that is definitely me. I am someone who's a lot more comfortable being at home, pottering around, doing my little crafty bits and pieces, and going out all the time. Just so tiring as well. And when it's like it is at the moment with the windy weather and it's just so cold. It's like, nah, I'll stay nice and warm at home. Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's all our little swishes done. That's that page completed. I just need to do a bit of a border around it. I wonder if my chunky posket is around here. Oh, I don't think it is. Chunky posket, chunky posket. Nope. Nope. Nope, I don't see it. Oh, I wonder what you're like. You actually have. Yeah, you're not great. But we might be able to do the edge. No, that's not a very clean edge. It's not a very clean edge. Okay, we won't be using that. It's actually like bled. I get a cleaner edge when I use a brush and acrylic paint, which I think is going to work better than this cheap marker. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to have to get my paints. Okay. Make sure we work left to right. probably should technically tape this down or something, or, you know, do things properly, but meh. Why would we do that? And once we're done the edge, it's easy to just fill in the rest. Oh, that wind. It's been so, like, crazy windy here lately. Like, the windows in my room, it's almost like sucking on them in and out. I live in a very old house with old joinery, so you can feel the wind kind of rattling through the bones of the house. Luckily, it's a good solid house, and, you know, this day and age, I'm just grateful to have accommodation. An accommodation I can maneuver. Okay. It'll be the top part done. It'll dry down a bit more matte. And we can do the bottom. So this paint that I'm using is actually just very cheap acrylic paint, but it's got a good full bodiness to it, so it works really well. And it dries down matte, which is what I like. Somewhere around here I do also have a very chunky 5mm Posca. It's also very good for doing this, but I'm just not 100% sure where it is at the moment, so acrylic paint will do the job. Oh, little section I missed up there. Okay, and to the side, and this one's a bit easier because we have got the pre-inked line. A little bit left to go. Boom. there we go. There's the piece finished. Nice. It's always nice when you finish a piece. So I'll just give that a little bit to dry down, check we haven't missed any of the border, and then yeah, that piece is done. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's Whatcha Working on Wednesday and seeing what I've been up to. Again, I'll remind you to let me know down below what you are working on. And yeah, I wish you all the araha with this week coming up. Take care, ka kite, and I'll see you when I next see you. Bye!